Good evening and welcome to WorldWideChels presents Uncle Jester's Barbecue. I am your host with the most, Uncle Jester's. As always, we do this every Friday night. I'm here with some good friends. We won't name them after sexual diseases tonight. That'll be next week.
Jesus Christ.
Okay,
We're starting off like that, huh? We're starting off like that. Okay.
Who's on replay? Let's go. With my good...
Jared, what?
Somebody's on feedback.
Enough. I blame enough.
Sorry, I apologize. It's me.
Oh, it was you.
Sorry, I'm on the
I called for an apology.
You point the finger, there'll be 3 pointing back at you.
I didn't say it was anybody in particular. I said I heard some feedback.
Hey,
what's wrong with that?
Hey, Mama said those that live in glass houses don't throw stones there, Jared.
Jared, don't you ever hear the term "don't get high off of your own supply"? What's going on?
Ma'am.
I wouldn't know, would you?
Some of that Texas bubble kush.
Okay, don't giggle. Don't giggle.
Going straight to his brain, man.
You're going to start choking if you keep giggling like that.
All right, we got proper minerals tonight.
It'll be all like Donkey Kong.
Yeah. So first and foremost, we've got our favorite Arsenal fan, least favorite Arsenal fan. Is she an Arsenal fan? I don't know. The jury's still out on that one. Minerals Melina, how we doing?
Thank you for having me on the show. I'm looking forward to today's stream because there's a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
And, let's get straight into it. Thanks for having me on.
Lots of Arsenal stuff, lots of inroads and questions about Arteta, players coming in, Chelsea stuff. We've got Newcastle stuff. Steve will be on in a bit. KJ will be on in a bit. But no, it's going to be a good show. We got Shanath, the other man from America's Hat. How are we?
Pretty good. Pretty hot over here for Canada. Whew.
Yeah, quit starting fires.
Can't help it. I'm too hot for that.
It gets a little hot.
Yes.
It's a good motif for the barbecue.
Hey.
You can't have a good barbecue without some fire, Jared.
Hey, you know how to do it. You understand the show.
Can you imagine? If we had the movie Firestarter, which is a Stephen King novel, but instead of the ingenue Drew Barrymore, we replace him with 35-year-old Shanath and just do the same fucking movie.
As long as he's not wearing a dress, it'd be pretty good.
Hey. So we got a nice show today. We got some serious stuff. Oh my God, you're right, Melina. We did forget AZPI. So I'm going to start off with a huge win because right now in this transfer window, I think everybody will attest, no one is winning more than your boy Carlito. All right. We got Minerals going out. We got ZH leaving. All right. We got Kai, although I really like Kai. That one sucks. Lukaku, he's going to be forced to leave. Okay. Chalobah is about to go. Mendy, who stinks, is about to go. Lots of stuff going on. Lots of players leaving that Carlito does not like. Okay. But the number one guy, Jared, it's the number one guy.
Yeah.
I haven't missed a Chelsea game in 6 years. 6 years. With the exception of the Champions League final against Man City because I couldn't watch because I was too nervous. But the only games that I have missed this season are why, Jared? Why have I missed games this season?
Right back? What's his name? I can't remember.
If AZPI started a game, I would boycott and protest. It would be a boycott of one. It'd be an army of one, a protest of one. But I would personally boycott games that AZPI started. And now I will never have to have an excuse to miss a game again. Because, ladies and gentlemen, the worst captain I've ever seen, a player that has been cooked and roasted and burnt like a bad brisket since 2017 when Wilfred Zaha took him to the cleaners on the left side of the 18 against Crystal Palace. Cesar Azpilicueta is gone. Woo! Jared, talk to me.
Yeah, it was past due. We made a lot of mistakes early on in the Bowley regime. Looks like most of those mistakes have been rectified. I think the last one is going to be Cucurella. who you will see probably go out. Hopefully sooner rather than later. But some of these are going to drag on into mid-July, probably late July, because we've had our sell phase, and I'm glad AZPI's part of it, and Chalabut's part of it. All the academy knobheads are gone. Ampapu's gone. He's going to be sold. Callum Hudson-Odoi, they're going to give him away free for anybody that shows up in a bikini. Gets Cho. He's going to go. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful day. New blood coming in. We get to build a proper club, and we don't have to worry about these idiots talking about, well, I saw this kid when he was 9 years old, and he beat a bunch of babies. That's nice. Even at 9 years old, when you're 9, you should be beating babies. That's just wrong. So I'm glad that it's all over with. I don't have to deal with this crap anymore. You can keep a couple of them around just for the English quota. But other than that, South America's the place I want to be.
Yeah. It's where I want to go too. Now, I won't belabor the point because it's really, for me, Azpilicueta is the bane of my existence. I think he's terrible. Terrible. He's never once yelled at a teammate. All he does is yell at the refs. He gets burned on backside runs. He loses his man. He literally doesn't do his job. He thinks that his job is to go forward and his job was to defend, and he was terrible at it. So, yeah, on top of everything, he runs like he has a dump in his pants. It's just aesthetically unpleasing. I don't like it. So, yeah, he's gone. Let's go to our first topic. And our first topic for the day, before we even get to Nkunku, it's the Minerals man himself. All right? Manchester United bids again this morning. I think it's 50 plus 5, right, for a total of 55. Chelsea takes one look at it and says, nah, I think you got a little bit more in you. What do you think, Srinath?
Man, oh man, I just want him gone. I just want the whole of Chelsea to stand in that shed and say, bye, Felicia, and send him across to Manchester United.
Bye, Felicia.
I mean it. Whenever I see Mount, I see he's the best at just one thing and one thing only. It's to clap. Thank you. And I guess that's what Manchester United is paying for. It's 55 million for a guy who's best at clapping. So, yeah, I would take it in a heartbeat. Hey, you're giving a tough run for Mount. Watch out.
Oh, no, I actually meant it. I can't wait to see him go. Melina, I got to ask you this question because you're an observer from afar and you like Mount. But from my perspective, this whole fan base has been at odds with one another, and a lot of it has been around this player. Half the fan base thinks that it's Todd Bowley's fault, it's Paul Stanley's fault, it's Chelsea's fault for not giving him the contract he wants. And the other think that, no, Chelsea's been offering him this deal the whole time, and he just doesn't want to be here. Well, it's proven that he doesn't want to be here. He kept rejecting contract offers, but he kept telling his little journalist friends, allegedly, he kept telling his little journalist friends to keep putting out articles that said that Mason Mount wants to stay here. It's Chelsea that's holding up the deal. That has proven to be untrue. Mason Mount could not wait to leave. What do you think?
Kind of disappointing the way things are going to end, but I think for Chelsea, it's best for all parties, considering he rejected contract extensions a couple of times. I believe he has 1 year left on his deal. And I don't see Chelsea extending his contract. I actually think the money from Havertz and the money from Mount, which today Man United bid 50 plus 5, and it was rejected just a couple of hours after the news broke out that it's rejected. I think you will sell for 60 million, and I think Man United will pay 60 million. Now, 60 million is a lot of money for that. I am trying to say this nicely, for that kind of player.
Yes, Melina.
But I think that's the market price nowadays. I mean, in the end, you're going to replace him with Havertz. With Havertz money with Caicedo, and I think Caicedo is definitely Chelsea bound. There's nothing stopping him.
Yeah, do you guys remember when Gareth Bale, when he was God, of the Premier League. He was going to be MVP. He moved from wing back to wing to attacking mid. He was playing attacking mid his final season at Tottenham. I think he went for 70 mil to Real Madrid. And he was one of the hottest players in the world. Deserved praise. He was fucking amazing. And then I look at Mount, and Mount's going to almost go for similar money. And I just think, wow, there's a gulf in class there. Because
do you guys think United will pay 60 though?
Yeah.
Yes. I think the final price is going to be 55 and 5.
Yeah.
Or a combination to 60.
Because 50 plus 5 got rejected. So the next
right, and we counted with 58 plus 7, which is 65. So you cut the difference, 50, in the middle is 60, and that's how you get to 60. So this is what's been going on. And I'm gonna say there's gonna be at least one panelist that has seen this in their life or been involved in this in their life. I'm not gonna put that on anybody else because some of us have more values than others. But it's like watching two people in a bar or a club and they're all over each other. That's what we've been doing lately. They're going back and forth, and they're finally deciding to leave and go back to somebody's house. That's the stage that they're at with Man United and Chelsea in the Mount negotiation. They're at the house, taking off their clothes. Now they're negotiating who's going to get the best deal.
I almost pulled a Chappelle that said check yes for. I'm not going to say it. Not going to say it.
Hey, Carlito, it seems today you have been enjoying the spin-off of Mount episode. Like all those tweets from someone, a special someone.
Yeah.
The entertainment has been off the roof.
Well, what it is that it's not just, look, if he had said I want to go, I don't care. I played for like 4 different club teams growing up, and guess what? I won 4 different state championships. I always kept going to the better team because I thought I was better than the club I was playing for, and I was right. I don't care about him leaving the club. I don't care about that at all, dude. It's not just the sport he plays; it's his job, and the job only lasts 15 years. So I get it. Trust me, I understand. If he's like, I just want a new experience. Kai Havertz said, I just want a new experience. He's going to go to Arsenal. I'm fine with it. We got great money, and he's going to do well with Odegaard and Declan Rice. No problem. No problem for me. I have no animosity towards Kai. He straight up just told them, look, you're going to get a shitload of money, and I want to go. That's fine. This is a business. What Mount did is allegedly, conjecture, allegedly, he had a bunch of journalists and YouTubers on his side, okay, that would put out favorable articles and favorable news about him, even if it was untrue. And in return, allegedly, I think that he gave them access to the club. I think that he allegedly gave them access to information about the club. So it was a little bit of tit for tat, allegedly. But I think that's what was going on here. But they were so fervent about it. These journalists and these YouTubers were so fervent about, oh, you guys don't know what's going on. You have no idea how much Mason loved this club. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. That's what I'm reveling in, Srinath. That's what I'm reveling in, is just the pure hypocrisy. Because they took it, okay? They took the proverbial information payment, all right? They said that we will say fuck journalism, fuck integrity. All right, we will make a deal with you, allegedly. And that's what they did. And in return, they're now being exposed for just straight up lying. Now, whether they were lying or they were lied to, I don't know. But regardless of that, what came out was a lie. And I don't like liars. If you're going to be honest with me, be an asshole to me, okay, so do anything. Don't fucking lie to me. I don't care what you say to me as long as it's not a lie.
But the thing is that, yeah, the only thing which I wanted to add, Jared, sorry.
Go ahead.
Is that people are being deluded with the fact that they still think that it is all Chelsea's fault or Todd's fault. No, it's not. If you want to project that kind of an image, it's only your fault. That's all I wanted to say before Jared taking off the straight.
Wait, can I just ask a question before Jared gives his analysis? Hypothetically speaking, as someone in the comments says, what if United walk away from that deal? Then who else, which other Prem or European club would come for Mason Mount? Or do you see you guys offering him a new contract again, perhaps?
No, that's a done deal. I think that both teams are too heavily vested at this point.
Yeah.
Like I said, unless you're gonna go to somebody's house and then say, you know what, I've changed my mind, which happens. Yeah, no means no, but they're too far along in the process to walk away. And
it's hilarious that he calls courtship a process. I mean, Jared,
I kind of imagine you gave me a
Is it
picture,
not?
Jared, of me walking into a house to adopt a kid who has been looking out for me, and you'll be like, nope, I've changed my mind. You're not the kid, and walking off.
Okay, I don't know.
Guys, where are you thinking of these extreme scenarios?
Yo,
yeah, Jared, see, here's the thing. You guys are overthinking this. I would have fucked her in the bathroom. I mean, come on, what are we talking about here? I wouldn't have left the bar. I got more drinking to do.
Wait, you had to do it. You had to do it because they're going to meet each other. In
Jared,
meetings, so
I'm
you
not
have to
leaving the bar.
Pause.
I am closing the bar.
I'm sorry, I'm not dirty.
They
like
do
that.
not have enough soap to clean the shot glasses that I have ruined. I'm sorry. I'm closing the bar. I'm not fucking leaving.
Man, so
Welcome to the barbecue, anybody that's new. Yes, this is what we do on Friday nights.
So it's going to be, like I said, they're too far along in the process. The money's not that far away. They can make it work. And that's why they're sitting down and meeting face to face.
Yeah,
Like I said, they'd be passing love letters back and forth.
But Jared, that only came out after the third bid was declined that they would meet.
And we countered them.
Yes.
And we countered them with 58 and 7, which is 65. They wanted to pay 55. That's why I'm saying between 65 and 55, you get to 60. So it'll be low add-ons with a high first pay with a high base.
Hey,
So
At
we
a
think
Time
about-
podcast, new Friday tradition. Where you been, bro? So we've been doing this a while.
Well,
So-
this is something
shout out
you know,
JPT.
Yeah, for sure.
yeah, this is something which in these farms back in the countryside in India, you would see people haggling the price for a cow, and they'd be like, I quote 100, they'd be like, they take half the amount, like 50. I start with 50, then they'd be like 90, 60, 80, and it's like you buy the cow. They're not going to leave without the cow. It's just how much you pay
cow,
for the cow.
Yeah, the cow is going to United.
Yeah, I mean, Melina, I think this is more just about ego.
That's what he was talking about.
Hypothetically, Melina,
Hypothetical cow. The money cow.
Jared, I gotta ask: are we still talking about sex?
No, we're talking about selling your own mouth. I don't know where you are, bro.
I'm just gonna ask.
No,
Okay.
Shut
up. Get your mind out of the fucking gutter. Get your mind out of the
Good.
gutter.
Is it me? Oh my god!
Oh my god, I'm crying.
What a barbecue. Yeah. You find anybody else on WorldWideChels with this much charisma? Baloney! All right, Jared, we want to go a little transition to our boy Havertz that Melina is the very proud beneficiary of. I think that she has tweeted his photo like 50 times. Someone already bought his jersey. Melina, how are we doing with this one?
I'm looking forward to the signing. I'm also looking forward to see how Arteta is going to use him, if it's going to be a false 9 or if it's just going to be linking up with Odegaard. Either way, I'm looking forward to see how he suits our system and style of play. I know he did well for Chelsea and adding another Champions League winner. I know we don't have that trophy yet.
Mm-hmm.
Before you guys make the diss, I'd rather diss my own club before you guys do it. So I've learned that overall.
You ever seen Pitch Perfect?
Yes.
Okay, so Melina just pulled the Fat Amy. Fat Amy called herself fat before the other people could call her Fat Amy. She dissed herself.
But I think it's a good price. It's a good price tag overall, and I'm looking forward to him and the rest of the signings that we're linked to. So overall, no complaints.
Let me pee in your Wheaties here. What if
go ahead.
This Havertz deal cost you Rice?
That's not happening.
Okay, I said what if.
Next.
What?
Did she just pull it next? Did she just say next?
I said, sorry,
said objection.
Jared,
Here's the thing, Jared.
Respectfully, that what if is falling on deaf ears. Next.
Respectfully, what Arsenal is going to pay for Declan Rice and what they have paid for Havertz gives us the leverage to go for Caicedo. And thank you, Arsenal, for taking Havertz off our shoulders.
No, but even when we were linked to Caicedo, Srinath, I said, like, right from the start in the GC, I said, I don't think Caicedo would sign for us. I think Chelsea would be the ones to pay his wages. And with all due respect, he has 10 siblings to take care of. He's looking for his best interest. He has a family to feed.
I agree to that. And here's the thing. I'm pretty sure Carlito would agree with me when I say this, that we have not used Havertz to his fullest. We have been making him used like a false nine, which he is not. He is more like a marauding attacking midfielder who goes from left to right to center. He is not a striker. He's not a false nine. He's not a striker. I hope Arteta gets that and make sure he doesn't make the same mistake, or else you have paid 65 million for nothing. Just my verdict.
Right. I don't think he's ever marauded in his life.
Oh, Jesus.
I just want to say right there.
Jared, you were going for a break when he marauded. That's as simple as that.
Okay, maybe for the 1 second of his life. Look, I think he's going to be playing a false nine because
that's what Arteta said. But then we were told that Kai Havertz would play the number 8 role.
Well, whoever told you that might be taking too many to the face because I'm talking about punching gloves, not anything else. Stop that, Giggles. Good Lord, man, this panel tonight. Man, y'all need to go see somebody about that. But again, he's gonna play a false nine because that's if Pep's system was that way. Right? He's trying to emulate Pep, and Pep liked to have a withdrawn striker to bring other facets into the game. So that's what they're going to do with Havertz, and Jesus can do that role as well.
I love Jesus, dude. I love Jesus.
He's not a traditional number.
I don't
9.
think he's a striker. I think he's just more a winger than.
He's a good player, though. He's a good player.
Is it Jesus or Jesus?
It's Jesus.
It's Jesus.
Okay.
I'll ask Jessica.
It's Portuguese. It's Jesus.
Yeah.
I'll say the truth.
I don't butcher a name. My name is butchered a long time ago, so I don't want to butcher the name.
By the way, I don't know if that's accurate, Jesus. I don't. I think that's a little British twang going on there.
That sounds like
that's a little Anglophilic, appropriation of a word that probably sounds differently than what it really is.
Is it Jose Mourinho or is it Jose Mourinho?
Jose Mourinho.
Jose.
It's Jose.
It's Jose.
No, it's
The
Jose
man
Mourinho.
says Jose.
No, it's
Right.
Jose Mourinho.
It's Jose. It's Jose.
No, it's Jose. That's what he
Look,
said.
hey, are we doing the semantics Olympics over here?
Jose.
This fucking guy with his semantics. Unbelievable.
Yeah. It's called facts. So, again, so you can ask Jessica, but it's Jesus. Who cares?
All right.
We know who we're talking about, right?
Minerals.
And look, it could work, but if you do miss out on Declan Rice, I'm
That's
sorry
not
to
happening.
say you're going to be in deep doo-doo.
That's not happening.
All right, so let's transition into this because this actually affects, your midfield. I think it affects a lot of things. Now,
Wait, can I just answer that comment in the chat before we transition?
Which one?
Somebody asked, I think it was Wayne. He said, "What's your lineup with moving forward with our I guess with Havertz?" He's asking.
Oh, okay.
I'll be quick. This is just a predicted lineup. I'll say 4-3-3. Ramsdale, Zinchenko, Gabriel, Saliba, Timber if we sign him, which I think we will. Rice, Lavia, Odegaard, Trossard, Havertz, Jesus.
Lavia, huh? Just throwing Lavia in there. All right, so this will impact what she just said. Nice little transition there. Well done, Melina. And you got to look at this and say, how many midfielders are they going to buy? How many midfielders are they going to keep? How many midfielders are they going to sell? Okay. Jorginho, I think, is going to stiff sorry and stay, which by the way is a really good thing.
He's staying.
Jorginho's
for
great.
us.
No,
For
and
everybody
CJ,
else.
say, you know what, Melina, these
But he's no
jabronis
longer
over
your
here.
player, though, Jared.
No, these jabronis don't like him.
He can't play defense, so that's okay. Have fun.
All right,
Leave him
all
back
right.
there as a solitary six. Let's see how that
He
goes.
only had more ball-winning tackles than Conte in our Champions League run. Okay,
Who
so
was man of the match the last 3 matches in Champions League?
who won European Player of the Year? Jorginho.
No. You answer my question first.
Conte.
European Player of the Year. All right, so if you do this and you keep Jorginho, okay, let's say you buy Rice. Where is Thomas Partey going? And why all of a sudden is Thomas Partey available?
Can we address this without being canceled on the stream? I'm just going to say a bunch of allegedly.
Just say allegedly. Allegedly. It's how I get away with
Allegedly.
saying anything I want.
Allegedly, there is a situation concerning Thomas Partey. He was taken back into questioning a couple of months ago. It looks like the club wants to get rid of him. As reported earlier this week, Saudi Arabia is offering $40 million for the player and increasing the wages that we were paying him. Now, Juventus have come into the picture just like 2 days ago and offered $20 million, which Arsenal are not going to accept.
Nope.
It looks like Partey wants to go to Europe. Preference is in Europe. I wouldn't sell him for $20 million, but I also would get rid of him due to the fact that, first of all, ever since he put on the Arsenal kit, he's been injury prone. And if that means we're getting $40 million for him, I'd cash in and take that money and run with it. That's money we could use for Lavia. I would have liked us to pay the release clause for Zubimendi, but I think Zubimendi doesn't want to leave to come into the Premier League. Now, this is just my guess, of course. I can't speak for the player, obviously. So it looks like Jorginho's going to stay, and then Xhaka's out the door. We signed Rice, and I think it's going to be Rice and Lavia. Rice, Lavia, Havertz, and Timber for now.
So, are you sure about Rice?
I'm 1,000% confident. My whole mortgage confident.
Okay. That's a bet.
Wow. Don't ever go to Vegas.
Hey, Jared, would you bet your mortgage that Declan Rice is not going to be a Pep Guardiola sub next season?
Something smells a little fishy. There was an awful fast transition from Rice maybe up 24/7 to we're going to get Romeo Lavia now. That's come out. That's almost done. Well, I'm here to tell you, if you sign Romeo Lavia before you sign Rice, it means you're not signing Rice.
Yeah. You bet your ass it does.
And you've now been linked to Tyler Adams. Oh, you're on mute.
Oh, sorry. I said Tyler Adams is not sufficient to take into the Champions League alone.
Well,
no, definitely not.
I'm telling you, this
don't get me wrong. He's a good player, but
No,
respectfully, we're going into Champions League football after 6 years. We need players who are quality and able to withhold the season and the many fixtures we have.
I'm not a national team fan, Melina, so you can let it rip on the American players.
So I have one question, Melina.
Yes.
It's about this uproar of Saudi interest in Premier League players amongst other players. There have been certain someones who allegedly, or rather they have openly questioned the interest and asked Premier League to intervene. And Premier League has intervened and got a clarity on it.
Yeah, I saw that from Ben Jacobs to Carlito directly about Chelsea selling to Saudi. As people were whining, complaining, and nagging and bitching, saying that it's alleged money laundering or brown envelopes, as someone would say. However, that's not the case.
Yep.
Yeah. What is the general view of this? Because there are agendas floating in about Saudi's interest, but what is the general view you feel?
I think it's more so jealousy that other clubs can't do 4D chess and sell players for more value than a packet of Chris. That's what it is.
I mean, there's absolutely nothing wrong with Todd Bowley going to Saudi Arabia. I think the country.
And they're nearly doubling the wages of Conte.
Yeah. It's not like these players are being forced to
100K.
leave. Dude, these players are saying yes to this.
Because of the wages, and it's enticing for them.
Hey,
and of course, if you had a family to feed, you would too, right?
Hey, the country owns the league, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So Todd Bowley goes to them and says, hey, we'll give you a couple players. And then the guy says, hey, we'll pay them a lot of money. Okay, where's the illegality in that? What are you fucking talking about, Gary Neville?
Yeah.
Well,
This is a transfer fee. What are you talking about?
and it's not like they're inflated transfer fees either.
They're not.
No, they're not.
So
It's just the wages.
Ziyech went for like $8 million.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you talking about?
yeah,
It's just
Koulibaly
wages.
went for half of what we paid for him.
Yep.
Give me a break. It's not my fault that the English pundits are now pissed.
Sorry, can
that
I just say one more thing?
Ruben Neves went for
United,
$60 million.
if United was to do the same thing, offload and even my club, I'll speak for my own club actually. If we were able to sell Rob Holding, Nuno Tavares,
El Neni.
Marquinhos, El Neni, Partey, all this rubbish, respectfully, to Saudi, we would not be complaining. We would not be the ones bitching and moaning about, oh, Chelsea's doing this, Chelsea's doing this. Worry about your own problems before you poke your nose into somebody else's gap.
Melina,
you know?
how rich is this? They're about to have a Saudi Arabian owner.
Yeah, that's
Manchester
crazy.
United. How rich is
Yeah.
that?
Qatari.
Qatari. Qatari.
Oh, I'm sorry, Qatar. Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. But you know, the wealth is generated in a similar way with both those countries. They're very wealthy, they're very rich, and all that jazz. But dude, they're about to have a Qatari owner. I mean, give me a break. Sorry for the difference there. My mistake. It was an honest mistake. Yeah, give me a break, dude. Gary Neville, worry about your own shit, bro.
So look, the one that if you wanted to talk about something that might be considered, might be, and I don't believe it is, because it would be Neves being bought by a Saudi team and loaned back to Newcastle. That if you were to think anything was a little bit foul, that would be the one.
Yeah, but Jared, why is that even foul? They have a
It's
Saudi
not.
owner.
No, I'm saying it's not.
Yeah,
but
they have a Saudi owner. You think these guys don't hang out? Give me a break.
No, they're owned by the same company.
It's similar to
So
Lampard.
basically the same thing we're going to be doing with
How is this
Strasbourg.
any different than us buying Strasbourg? There is no difference.
That's what I said from the beginning. This is not illegal what they're
No.
doing. But if you had to pick one that looked the funniest, it would be that one. Because it was not like we're getting super anything back. They're paying, because they can only spend like 150 mil this summer, Newcastle, or something 125 for FFP's sake.
Yeah, and they already spent money on Tonali. Now they're looking at Chiesa.
So Chiesa, wow, great
Tonali
player.
is
What a player.
He's
Tonali's
unbelievable.
done. Yeah, final stages, I think.
Here we go and everything.
Yep.
That's fine. He's going to get wrecked in the Premier League.
I don't agree with you.
Well, I don't care.
That's a stinky take. That's a stinky take. It's a stinky take.
Well, he wasn't pulling up weeds in the Italian league. I can tell you that right now.
I think he was playing great in the Italian league.
Really, I think Barella had him on skates.
Oh man. Well, Barrella's a different story. He's like a
Barella, oh my God, he's so good.
With the price tag, they're paying Kai Havertz prices for him.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Around
but
Kai Havertz
Barella is incredible.
Yeah, he is. He's what everybody thinks Mount is.
I would even pay the money for Chiesa, but there's no way he would come to us.
I don't think.
Well, you guys are pretty good on the wings. I mean, if Smith Rowe can't sniff a start, then I mean, who else can?
My favorite player.
I love him too. He's my favorite Arsenal player. I love Smith Rowe. He's bouncy, sticky feet.
What?
You don't see he plays
No.
with bounce when he dribbles. Like his first two dribbles, he like his first
Oh
step
my
forward
God, Jared.
is an assertive, bouncy step.
I'm sorry.
He's bouncy.
I'll have a talk with him after the show.
Yeah.
What?
This is
Wait.
for a behind camera, off camera.
What did I
Is
say?
this football barbecue or a different one?
I don't know. I thought we were going to Hooters Fest or something.
Did I miss something? What is going on here?
My point exactly.
He plays with rhythm. I mean, you see it a lot in futsal. He plays like a futsal player. He's great.
Okay. Well, that's lovely.
Oh my God, Jared! It's not my fault. You've never played futsal. My God,
Hey,
dude.
my knees were already gone when you started
Oh,
playing.
get the fuck out. Hey, ignorance is not an excuse. All right, here we go. We got one for you. This one's spicy, Jared. It's nice and spicy. Speaking about a defensive midfielder that can actually run. So in the midst of all of these sales and just accumulating an entire year's worth of transfer fees in a week of sales, it's just unbelievable. We're going to end up, before June is done, we're going to end up with £200 million. Masterclass by Bully. Everyone said that he's a bad owner. Fuck off. In that whole process, we forgot to buy Caicedo. We forgot to buy him. We were too busy selling players. But apparently he's agreed. He wants to come. Everything's fine. And we're going to land this player. And Arsenal's not. Jared, what do you think, man? You think this is the one?
Yeah, I really do. I've had my eye on this kid for a while now. He is an absolute destroyer in the midfield. And you pair him in a double pivot with Enzo.
Shut up,
Enzo
Breezy.
do the tech work. Oh, come on now. And then you put Nkunku in front of that. That's the Bermuda Triangle right there. That's what we're going to just name it right now. The Bermuda Triangle. Because your players are going to go in there and get lost, and they're going to come back all wrecked. That's what it's going to be. So I feel for everybody when this happens, and I'm pretty confident, probably, 90, 95%. Of course, anything can happen in the last minutes. Never rule that out. But
Yeah.
from all intents and purposes, we're the only one willing to go to the, 80, 85 threshold to get this done, and nobody else wants to. And I think he's twice the player Rice is.
He's terrific. I think the other thing, Breezy said this. I love Breezy. Shout out Kristaps Porzingis, Breezy. We got him, baby. We got him. So
the guy's
she
always
said,
injured?
okay, he had a career year last year. Don't get me started, Jared. I think we are holding off on buying him until July if we can. So this is a fiscal issue. Fiscal year for football in England, it starts on July 1st. Okay, this is it's essentially January 1st, but for a football year. And what my counter to this would be, we can announce the player without actually having the money on this year's fiscal year. So I don't know if that's the case. I think that we just forgot to buy him, but maybe Breezy's right. Either way, I think that we're going to sign this player. He's terrific. He's a taller version of Conte. He can actually dribble, unlike Conte. He can actually pass, unlike Conte. He can actually defend in the air, unlike Conte. So, yeah, I think that this is just a considerably better player than Conte. I'm very thrilled that we are buying this player. I don't think this is the only defensive midfielder that we're going to get, but it is certainly the starting central midfielder defensively that we're going to get, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I said, you're going to see some amazing play out of that midfield. Not to mention, you're going to have probably Santos as his backup, more South American flavor in that midfield. Brazilian, we're going to have a Brazilian, an Ecuadorian, and an Argentinian in the midfield. And I think
Could have the blonde mount.
No, he's going to be gone. I think he's going to end up gone. And I think it's going to most likely be Viega being Enzo's backup.
You know who really loves blonde mount? Breezy. Breezy is all about Conor Gallagher. Huge blonde mount girl.
I think the Enzo is West Ham.
Yeah,
But he's
yeah,
a proper
I think so
Chels,
too.
though. Blonde mount is proper Chels, though.
So here's the other one. Speaking of players that play in South America, one of my best friends is actually two of my best friends growing up, Boca Juniors fans. The defensive midfielder for Boca Juniors is Varela, and he's sick.
Yeah.
So Breezy had mentioned this. Her and I were talking about this earlier today in the DMs, and we didn't know that this was back on. We had looked at Varela last year, but we didn't look at him this year. And I didn't know that this was back on. she let me know, and this is a really good player too.
21.
Huh?
Boba. He's 21.
Yeah. He's really good, man. He's a bastard too.
Is he like Ugarte?
He's from Argentina.
South American?
Oh, you betcha. You betcha.
No questions asked.
He's really good. Very thrilled. Super happy. Hope we get him. Anything else, Shrinath?
Well, if we don't get him, then who else?
I don't know, Jared. What do you think?
Bro,
I feel like, honestly, 40 million for Lavia is a little expensive.
Yeah.
You could
It's
troll
gonna
me
be
for that,
50.
but
He's going to be 50.
who
that is
said
more
50,
expensive.
Jared?
Well, I say 50 because Man City
For
has a
a night-
sell-on clause, 20%.
No, but I know, but that's what 2024, right?
No, not a buyback, a sell-on. You know, you have a 20%
Oh.
sell-on, so they get 20% of the sale. So if Bournemouth, not Bournemouth, Southampton are thinking about getting 40 for him, they have to sell him for 50.
Guys, CFC PYS just tweeted, Mason Mount is prepared to fight for his move to Manchester United. Also, in terms of joining them as a free agent next summer, he does not want to see this deal collapse. Fabrizio Romano.
Oh yeah, the boy who had a dream, the boy who is proper Chelsea, the boy who fights for the badge, the boy that wants to be the next Frank Lampard, the boy that wants to be the captain. Blue blood. My butt cheeks, blue blood. My fucking juicy ass
Sorry,
butt cheeks.
I just saw that tweet, so I thought it.
Yeah.
No. It's just total bullshit. He has had so many people write this shit about him, and it has become a myth, and he has made the myth with this media bullshit.
You know, one thing which I really wish would happen is to let Lukaku and Mount be in the club, do some shitty things like, mow the field or do something like gatekeepers, and then go for free. And that would set an example for other players who think that players top the club. You can't take the club for granted, and you don't want the club to disrespect you, but it's a two-way street. You shouldn't disrespect the club as well. I mean, of all the players, I admired Hazard. Hazard clearly said he wanted to move to Real Madrid, but he said it will be on Chelsea's terms. I don't want to force a move, but if I move, it will be to Real Madrid. So that gave Chelsea the leverage. I don't see that in today's world, honestly.
I don't think Chelsea wants to waste any time. I think that they're so shell-shocked of last season that they want to just get these deals done. Now, look, Manchester United is kidding themselves if they're going to allegedly spend $100 million on a guy that has been accused of some pretty heinous shit very recently.
Who?
Anthony.
Oh, yeah.
And so if you're going to spend $100 million on that bullshit project, and you're gawking at 60 mil for Minerals Mace, Money Mace, 2-time Chelsea Player of the Year, assist in the Champions League final, Minerals Mace Mount. Okay, you're going to balk at that? No. You're going to pay the money. We're not going to pull out of the deal. They're not going to pull out of the deal. We'll get it done.
Well, I think it's even better that Chelsea's going in person to negotiate and finalize things.
Yeah. I don't want to dwell on the Mount thing, but it's just so hilarious to me how many people have grown their channels and grown their feeds and grown their profiles because of their association with this guy. And it was built on a house of cards, and it's all come down, and it has all come down because it is proven that this is indefensible. Anybody that says this guy was all about the club and can't wait to sign an extension, it is a fucking lie. That's
Wonderful.
it. I don't mean to throw a dead fish into the stream, but I feel so vindicated. I feel like that Dashboard Confessional song. I am fucking vindicated. Oh my boy! Oh my goodness!
Lukaku.
Well,
All right.
I saw another tweet that United are willing to sit down and think about the 58 plus 7. I think they're gonna again. I think they're so close.
Maybe in person they'll reach something.
Yeah, they'll reach an accord. I don't think we're gonna get Chouameni.
I'd love to.
I would love to, but he's gonna be 80 million pounds.
You know what, Jared? If we keep convincing Arsenal to spend 65 million on each player, I mean, we could definitely afford this guy.
It's pretty true. And we went 65. Conor Gallagher.
Yeah.
Hey, in the meanwhile, with Mount's money, are we gonna get another club?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Royal Ave.
That's right. We bought Strasbourg for 65 million. We bought an entire club for the price of Kai Havertz. Put
Thanks,
that into
Melina.
perspective. Oh my God.
And before somebody says anything, know that we didn't use that money to buy a club.
Yes, we did.
They're going, they should have bought a player instead. Ooh.
Brown envelopes say we did.
Oh my gosh.
Someone's still gonna take us literally for that comment. Just
Oh, you know it is. He was like, well, they said that they bought a team instead of buying players. Get these owners out of here. Oh, they won't sound like that.
owners don't know what they're doing.
There'll be a lot of bros in there.
I mean, that is
You know.
smart business if you ask me. Sell a player, buy a club.
Yeah. The club that owns Strasbourg or bought a stake, however you want to say it, is the same company that owns Chelsea. It's called Blue Co.
Lukaku.
Yeah, no, it's just another name. It's just an extension of the parent club. It's all the same shit. But yeah,
Wait, so
they're
can I
always
ask a question? Sorry,
Sure.
what happened to the
Hold on.
sponsor?
Melina, if you ask one more time, if you can ask a question, I'm kicking you off the stream. Of
That's
course you can
quick.
ask a fucking question.
So
Good
what happened
God.
to what happened to the sponsor? Is it steak or no?
I believe from last I've heard it's stake. We got vetoed on Paramount Plus,
Blue.
Okay.
which is understandable, given that they're shown on Peacock in the United States during the
And
pandemic.
Amazon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
again, so they vetoed Paramount. So the next best bid was stake. These guys are about money. They're not about being the moral center
Yeah.
for anybody. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. If you look to your football club and go, that's where I get my morality from, and then you start diving deep into the history of these clubs and the players that played for those clubs,
Yeah.
well, you're not a very moral person in the first place. I mean,
No, you're
so
right.
for me, it's just move on. It's 1 year. And once we're back in the Champions League football, then whoever you want to get will pay that type of money. But we're 12th. We finished 12th. You have to take. You have to sleep in the bed that you made, and so we just have to take who we can get. And the highest bidder is stake. It's going to be stake for 1 year, according to what we've heard as of late. It could change tomorrow, for all I know.
So Alfred, introducing you into this, and I'll say this much because I don't want to harp on the stake thing. Some people like it, others don't. I get it, and religion aside, it's fine. I understand people's objections to this, but I will say this: football clubs are secular entities, okay? And there's a lot of different religions in the world. The most popular religion in the world is Christianity. It's like 2.4 or 5 billion people. The next most popular religion is Islam, and then it's Hinduism, and it just goes on the list from there. But I don't think that religion should have any place in the economic and financial prerogatives of the club. They're not the arbiters of the coming and goings of Chelsea's finances. Sports are secular. And so I think it should always just stay that way. And money should be the motivation. Money should be the purpose behind all of this, because at the end of the day, these are all businesses. So I don't think that one particular group or subculture or religion or people should dictate the morality of the club, because I don't think a club should have morality. I think that a club should be motivated by finance and trophies and prestige. And that's how I'm always going to feel, because I think things like this, companies, corporations, they're not people. Corporations are not people. They are secular entities. And that is how I'm always going to feel. Alfred, what do you think, buddy?
Yep, I completely agree. Love it. Any business in general has to just do what is best for them, financially. You're at the end of the day, you are always going to piss somebody off one way or the other. You can't do things just to make people happy. So do what you need to do as a club, Chelsea, to get yourselves going in the direction that you want to go, and that's it. Some people will be happy, some people won't be, but that's just the way it is. I completely agree with everything you said.
Okay, we have a Melina. Jessica just
I
sent me a
heard
voice.
it. I
Okay, so
heard
Jessica
it.
just sent me a voice. And she's gonna hate that I. But
Why are you playing it on live stream?
I am playing
You're such a weirdo.
I was wrong. I'll play the short one.
No one's gonna voice message you ever again, Ryan.
Jared, I'll play the short one.
I couldn't hear it. I was like,
Shh, shh. It's Jose.
That's why I said-
Jose. Oh,
who you gonna believe?
oh,
Who you gonna believe?
What are you, the fucking Ghostbusters? My God.
Hey, who's your uncle?
Alfred, I'm sorry that this is out of context. We were wondering if it was Jose Mourinho or Jose. And
I wasn't
Jessica, who
wondering.
is Brazilian and speaks Portuguese, just debunked me and Melina.
Yeah.
I mean, you watched this whole freaking documentary and it made you want to be a coach. You didn't even know his name. Come on, man. You do better.
It's not the fact that we got it wrong. It's the fact that Uncle Jester got it right.
I can't fucking believe it. It's so much worse.
It's weird because I've got Portuguese family, and they actually say it differently. They say José Mourinho. That's how they say it.
The J is a J. The J is a J in Portuguese.
We
Not
said
me.
Jose Marino.
Yeah.
Oh, good old Jess. Thank you, Jessica.
Oh,
Oh, my God. Melina, we're idiots.
Oh, we got cooked by an uncle
We
and
got
grandfather.
cooked.
Get on the grill.
Oh, my goodness. I feel like one of those overcooked green peppers. The ones that got the charred skin on it. You got to skin it.
Oh,
Oh, my
God.
gosh. The green chili. That's what it is. Oh, man, Jared. Fuck me. All right, let's transition. Speaking to someone that's cooked, Lukaku. We won't harp on this man because he's such a jabroni. He's such an embarrassment. But we have, and this is what Srinath was speaking about previously. Srinath, we have put our foot down on this one. We are not going to be bullied into another loan. We have categorically said no to any sort of loan. We want a sale. Go ahead, Srinath. You can start.
Yeah, and I love Paul for this, that he just put us down that you go or we are going to have you over here, but we're not going to loan you to intern. No more. And I've noticed that even the Chaloba, oh my God, Chaloba deal, they wanted.
Did you just say Chalo Butt?
He did.
I have infected his brain.
Gee. Okay, even in Chaloba's
He's
discussion.
going to start saying Jose Mourinho.
I'm going to stay away from Carlito.
Oh my God! I laughed so much. I laughed so much my cheeks hurt.
Y'all should know by now that Carlito's the guy in the van, the panel van with no windows, offering candy. Don't ever get into that van, man.
That's not true. I ate all the candy. That's not true at all.
Okay,
Hey, in the words of Michael Jordan,
Oh my God.
fuck them kids, man. I'll eat the candy.
Oy.
Oh God!
God. Okay. Yeah.
Chalabutt. Continue,
So-
Chalabutt cheeks.
So Inter loves to play this loan card, which Chelsea has realized and said no more. we want you to buy him or no deal. The only thing which worries me right now is that they've got Thuram. Right now they've
Yeah.
signed in Thuram. So I think they might be one of those couples who would say, we don't want you anymore. Bye. And Lukaku would be like, where should I go now? I don't want that kind of a scenario yet.
Right.
But I could see that coming. So I'm pretty worried about that.
Alfred,
Well,
what do you think, man? Oh, sorry, Jared.
Well, I was going to say that after he has his meeting with Hazard at McDonald's for the all-you-can-eat
Oh my
hamburger
God.
jubilee, if he wants to play in Europe again, he's going to probably end up at AC Milan. He'll be in Milan. He'll just be wearing a red stripe instead of a blue stripe.
So if Eden Hazard,
you can go from the Bloods to the Crips. I mean,
dude,
the Crips to the Bloods.
oh Jesus, Jared. In the McDonald's parlance, okay, in the McDonald's parlance, you have got the Hamburglar, right? So that's Hazard. Now, I think I have found out who Lukaku is, and I think you're gonna love it. It's Grimace.
He is Grimace. He is freaking Grimace. Look. That's why the Belgian national, the golden generation.
God.
The only thing they had golden
Hamburglar
was
and
pride.
Grimace. Oh my God.
Freaking Grimace.
Oh, Carlito, you're putting things in my head.
I told you, get out of that van, man.
It's like Inception, but all vices. All of them are vices.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sure enough. You're supposed to be a good
And the
Canadian.
hamburger.
What's happening here? This secular sinner from Utah. Oh my gosh. Shallow butt. Look at that Freudian slip by you jabroni.
But
Go ahead.
he's going to have to take, whatever comes his way, because we've already told him we're done with you. We've had enough.
Yeah. And you rejected Inter's idea of another loan.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Look, the only reason we're even thinking about sending the butt to enter is because it's going to be with an obligation to buy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so no more of this. Oh, we're broke loan kind of stuff. You either put the peas on the table or there's the door. As they always say, money talks and bullshit walks, and that's the way it is. You either put the peas on the table, or you can jog on. We don't need to talk to you anymore. And if it's AC Milan that puts the peas on the table, big guy. I'm guessing you can still get to your freaking bakery where you shovel pies in your mouth by the freaking dozen from the other side of town. They play at the same stadium. It's not like he's going anywhere. And he understands. He understands. A fan base that doesn't like him because he played for us for a year.
Alfred, what do you think, man?
Man, I'm just wondering: are we? Inter paying when we sent Lukaku to them on loan? Were they paying his full wages?
No.
50%.
No. Oh, okay. Well then, now I understand more then, because I was thinking, what's the problem of keep on getting a few million for him every season, if nobody wants him from Inter. But now that I know that they weren't paying his wages fully, stuff that. I understand a lot more now. So how much have they given us in total for him to go on loan?
12 million.
Is that all?
Yes, we lost money on him last couple of years.
Yeah.
I thought the last loan was something like 18 or something, wasn't it?
No.
No?
Nope.
Or was
That
it
might have been
supposed to be strange. I don't know why I thought it was something like 18.
It's almost like we got taken advantage of.
I agree.
Yeah. Well,
That's why you don't get in the van.
There's no van. I drive a RAV4. There's no van.
That's a hipster's van.
That's a soccer mom van.
Oy.
I was gonna say I'll bring the juice boxes, but then it would just implicate me.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Oh,
Danger, danger.
now you're just incriminating yourself.
I mean, it's just. I mean, she works in a courtroom. She knows, man. She sees all these jabronis every day telling on themselves. They don't know any better. Oh my gosh! All right, let's transition into the next one because the final one we'll get to is obviously Nkunku. All right, we got Mr. Jackson. All right,
Yep.
Yeah, signed, brother. We got him signed. What are we thinking about that one, Srinath?
Well, he's for the future. That's for the take. We don't have a reliable second striker, and I feel Nicholas is a good second striker. And I would see Broha
Oh,
being
guys,
the
sorry.
side.
Koulibaly is finalized to Al Hilal.
Hey,
That is good news for us.
Yeah, Romano,
Very
51
nice.
seconds ago.
very nice. I like
These
it.
are like this is more like Shawn Michaels giving switch in music, pow, to all those people. But yeah, yeah, that's pretty much it. Like Nicholas is going to be with us.
No, I'm laughing at the
Bro.
comment in the chat. How can I join the call? I'm king.
Who is that?
Hey, there's a van that will come pick you up.
Oh my God!
Puppets. And then you have to tie a rock to your
Jared, I'm crying. I'm actually crying.
I mean, what kind of candy are we talking about here? Because if I shell out good and plenties, they're all going to run away. I mean, my God.
You're gonna have some peeps up in that bad boy.
Oh,
My
man.
goodness.
Srinath, this has gone off the rails, my brother. This is my kind of stream. Shanique just wants to sit there and be like, troll, look at Pice's tweets, troll. Feroz has got a bad haircut, troll, Fabrizio Romano tweet. That's it.
Oh,
And that's the end
I'm
of the stream.
crying laughing.
Matt J. Bo.
Oh, my
Matt J.
days.
Bo. Oh, my God.
Oh, God, Jared.
This is a proper barbecue. You know that?
I know.
You know,
This is like a proper barbecue.
A proper grilling going on here.
I'm king.
It's a bloody barbecue.
Alfred, don't make me say shrimp on a Barbie, son. Don't make me
Go
do
for
it,
it.
man.
Go for it.
Don't
Come
have a
on.
shrimp on the Barbie.
Yes.
Chelsea and Al Hilal have approved all contracts for the transfer of Koulibaly to Saudi. Koulibaly will complete medical, sign the contract, and then be unveiled this weekend as a new Al Hilal player. Done deal. Here we go.
Hey, let's go.
Should
All
we-
right.
Should
Just
we
making
invest
business
on-
relationships work.
Should we
What's
invest on club in Saudi now?
I think they've already invested in us, buddy.
Oh yeah, 5%.
That's right, dude. Oh my gosh. All right, so we're happy with this. Alfred, happy with this? I don't know. I mean, if he plays well, he'll get some starts, but for now, this is obviously, like Srinath said, one for the future. I'm pleased because I wanted to buy two strikers. This is not going to be the main guy. We've emphasized this and stressed this enough over the last week, but this is a good one. He had a tear at the end of the year. He had 10
Yeah.
goals in months, looking delicious, fast, agile, kind of a Danny Welbeck type of player. I'm pretty thrilled about this.
I would not. That just does not seem right.
Old Danny Welbeck? 10 years ago, Danny Welbeck? Oh, go watch. Go
Danny
watch.
Welbeck. I mean,
Welbeck. Oh, Danny Welbeck 10 years ago was a baller.
and,
Baller.
and of course, because he's from a specific continent, somebody's already compared him to the next Drogba.
Oh,
like, dude,
geez.
you
Are they
gotta give
really?
that shit a
To the
rest.
next Drogba. What?
That's
People
a
got to
little
give that
ridiculous.
a rest. Drogba was Drogba. Lampard was
Yeah.
Lampard. And that's it. There is no next one of them. So,
True.
okay, well, bye, King Chelsea.
Yeah, not gonna lie, I'm unsubscribing. Y'all are used. This is Sadiq. This is Sadiq's burner. I know this is Sadiq's burner. King Chelsea, he's taking a dig at me. I'm the king of Chelsea media. Sadiq is the clown prince of Chelsea media. There's a difference here. I mean, come on. All right, what else we got? That last comment by King. He's yeah.
So,
Anyway.
well, also, I want to say this because there's a little bit more into this. If you have Jackson in, what does this mean for Broja?
Alfred, what do you think, man?
Man, I gotta say, I haven't said this on stream yet. I don't think. I am so friggin' excited for next season. I feel like this is, strangely enough, considering how crap we were last season, this is for me actually one of the most exciting times as a Chelsea supporter that I have ever had. Because I just love the action that we're taking to get rid of everything that
you're making the money back.
Yeah, it's just incredible. We're not just slowly getting rid of one or two players. Everybody's fucking gone. Like it's fantastic, and it's exactly what we need to do. And Nicholas Jackson, look, he could surprise us, man.
For sure.
We're saying here, we're sitting here saying that he's young, this that won't be our striker, and he won't. Fair enough, but how do you know he's just not going to come and start banging like crazy? It's not impossible, and so I'm very excited, especially because we haven't signed another more experienced striker yet. So I'm just glad that we've got somebody at least.
Remember when like Tevez came to United, and he was like an atomic bomb?
Oh yeah.
I mean, like, Alfred, I'm not ruling it out. Is this Breezy?
Hey, how's it going?
Hey! What's up?
Hi. I just made dinner, so no face. Y'all don't need to see me.
All good, all good. What'd you make? What'd you make?
Oh, Kraft mac and cheese.
You can never go wrong.
That's
You
right.
can never go wrong with mac and cheese.
I mean, you should have lied. You should have said bolognese or something.
After I got done with my, playing 2K, putting Porzingis into it because let's be honest.
That is what's up. That is what's up.
What's the best part about being an adult if you can't still be a kid?
Oh,
Yeah,
fuck
yeah,
yo.
that's
Hey,
very true.
Marcus, you got to go down
Jared
to
is a
Marcus.
living example of that.
I can afford to be a proper kid now because I don't have any kids, so I
Hey,
can afford to be a proper
Breezy,
kid.
give me your comments on this whole Minerals Mouse situation, because I went nuts the other day on Sadiq's stream with Matt, and I was saying allegedly that Mount had a tit for tat with some of these journalists and YouTubers where he'd give them info, they'd give him favorable articles, and in the end, it was all a bunch of bullshit, and he never wanted to stay. That's been my contention for the entire time. It's been my argument is that Mount never wanted to stay. He just didn't want to look like the bad guy. He wanted to quietly exit, and that was just never going to happen.
I could see that. I mean, what was it? I think I saw someone tweet today that like in March he hired some kind of agency to help him, like a publicist almost, to help him shape his image.
What?
Yeah.
I mean, after the TikTok video?
TikTok?
No, I think it was after the dancing in the backyard video.
Yeah, that is the TikTok video.
Oh, okay.
I mean, maybe. I have no idea. But if that is the case, if he's hired some type of firm to help him with his image, and either he or someone advised him to delete his Twitter, I've made it pretty public the way that I feel, in that I think it was a very Lukaku kind of move. It was pretty snaky, and I made a comment then that was kind of a half joke that I think he's gone. But I think it was a calculated move, and I could definitely see if he either wanted to leave the whole time, like you're saying, Carlito, or if it's something where he was going to try and get a big financial deal, and then when he couldn't get it, he, threw a fit.
Yeah. I keep thinking about like Ryan Gosling in Crazy Stupid Love, where he's like that life coach guru. And I feel like he met Mason Mount at Foot Locker. They tried on a couple of pairs of Jordans. And Ryan Gosling says, I'm going to teach you how to do this exit properly. And then they fucked it up royally because all the beans have been spilled. All the bullshit, all the tit for tat dick sucking that was going on between him and the journalists, saying that Mount wants to stay, proper Chels, next Frank Lampard captain. It all blew up in his face. One tweet from Pice that had some journalistic credibility to it that said, no, Mason Mount's rejected all of these advances from Chelsea. And it's like, oh, it wasn't about the money, and yet he accepts the same exact offer from Man United. The same exact offer. What does that tell me? Easy. He never wanted to be here. And all of that mythos, all of that shit was a lie.
what that tells me is, shit, I can't do it. I can't
Yes,
do
you
it with
can.
that
Yes, you
accent.
can. Yes, you can.
Come to the dark side.
This is the barbecue.
He's proper chouse, bro.
Yeah.
That is the whitest,
Oh my
most
God.
American thing I've ever heard.
You are so welcome for that.
Wait, that sounds like Johnny on Spaces all the time.
Yep.
Yeah, after
I
a couple lines.
Listen for about 3 minutes and couldn't do it today.
It's Papa Charles, mate. I mean, my God.
You
My
sound
God.
barely Australian, so you can't
Yeah.
come with that accent.
You have an Australian in the table, by the way.
Yeah, Alfredo. Oh my God. Oh my God. All right, so let's end this one on a very positive note, and then we'll give final thoughts and all that shit. You say whatever the fuck you want. Christo Nkunku, not Christopher. Christo Nkunku. I'm gonna start with Shanaf. How we feeling? How we living? How we doing?
Oh. Blowing all the balloons, loving Drogba, admiring Hazard. This is proper Charles, bro. This is proper Charles. And he's hiding the balloons in his sock, so you don't have to give him the balloons. He's gonna blow at least 20, 30 balloons this season with Pochettino and with Mudryk and with Noni. I'm excited. I'm like, this is like Hazard 2.0, which I don't want to jinx, but he's gonna, set the field on fire.
Did he say Noni?
Yeah, Madweke.
No, never mind.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
I mean, that was a lame attempt at a joke. Come on, meow. Come on, meow.
Come on, meow.
Alfredo, how we feeling about Christo and Nkunku?
I am extremely excited, man. We've needed a player like him, as many players like him as possible.
Guys, sorry,
for-
Fabrizio just tweeted. Arsenal confirmed to West Ham they plan to submit one more bid for Declan Rice. Man City are also preparing their official bid. Plan has not changed. Structure of deal payment terms key for West Ham.
I just saw your tweet, Molina. Oh, when she gets cooking, she's a hell of a lot better than Kraft mac and cheese. I'll tell you what. Oh my God.
I was hungry.
At least she wasn't the
Fucking
one who
tremendous.
butchered Jose Mourinho's name.
That's
on
right.
stream.
I mean, at least DoorDash it. At least make it classy. Oh
Save
my.
myself some money.
Yeah. Fair enough. Fair enough.
When I was in undergrad, I used to microwave crab dinner. Oh my God.
Oh gosh. See, at least I put it on the stovetop.
No, you gotta get some chili and put some chili in the mac. So it'd be chili mac.
Yo,
That's
you guys
proper.
will find
That's
this
proper.
wild. You ever seen the movie Showgirls?
No.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, it's, by the way, it's an unbelievable movie. And in this scene, that you got Gina Gershon and you got Elizabeth Berkley, and they're sitting there drinking champagne, and they're talking about back when they were really poor, and they both admitted to eating dog food, right? And it just reminded me that when I was poor, I still didn't go for Kraft mac and cheese, man.
So you were eating the dog food instead? Come on, now.
So you're saying you chose the dog food instead?
All
You're
right.
like switching the dog. That's when you get on the dog.
Like a
All right,
ginger
Breezy, how you feeling about Nkunku?
A lot better than this Kraft mac and cheese.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
yeah.
That's what's up. Got to
No,
throw a
I'm-
little Cholula in there, man.
Chalupa? I'm just kidding.
Hey.
No, I'm feeling really, really good about Nkunku. I think he's just got this. I hate the word aura. It's so weird. I personally,
Yeah.
if you use it, it's fine. But I just think it's a man's way to say that they find a guy attractive without wanting to be quote unquote sus. I don't know.
Oh.
Or that's at least how some people seem to treat it. And either way, not getting into that. So I think he's just got this confidence about him where at 25 years old, he's old enough that he's starting to figure out who he is and being more sure of that, and just in that stage of his life, as most of us hit at 25. And I don't know, I think he's going to be a really good piece of leadership. Everyone's been harping about, leadership is exiting, but people step up. You've got Enzo Fernandez in the midfield who will step up and be a leader. We've already seen on the pitch that he tries to direct his teammates. He's very vocal. If people aren't making the right runs, he makes that known. And I just think Nkunku will bring an air of experience, and he's just a very capable player, and he's very aware of what he's good at. And I think that's really important when you've got players like Madueke, who he's really good at dribbling, but he knows that there are some things that he needs to improve on, but he hasn't nailed that down yet. Or even in Mudryk, that you're like, well, what is he good at? I love him, but he's fast, but what is he good at? So I just think that I think this is a wonderful signing for Chelsea, and I think he's going to bang in a lot of goals next season.
Jared?
Yeah, and Nkunku is the guy that's, the Kai Havertz. They're always talking about, oh, we need a Kai Havertz replacement. Well, his name is Christopher Nkunku.
Yeah.
Okay? He's not going to play really as a striker. There might be some formations he does, or sometimes he does, depending on what we want to do. If you go to a back three, maybe. But he's going to be playing at 10 in front. Like I said, dubbed it the Bermuda Triangle. Caicedo, Enzo, and Nkunku up top. You're not going to want to go in there. It's going to be all bad for you when we come to town. So he's going to be the tip of the spear to drive, he's going to be – and let's talk about the half spaces, causing havoc, because he can either lay the ball off or he can shoot. He's good from outside the box, inside the box finishing. He can run an offense. So we've been wanting somebody like this for a long time. This is what, people said Havertz was, what some people thought Mason Mount was, Ross Barkley. I mean, we can go through them. This is in proper investment in the midfield we haven't had in years. And that is why we were in 12th. You can say offense, you can say defense, but it was the midfield that was the weakest point of our team. And I think that he is the cap. Canadians should know this. He's kind of like the hat for the United States. He's the hat for Chelsea. He's just going to be up there, doing his thing.
Okay. Yeah, I think that joke felt pretty flat. But just saying. All right, so we're gonna go with final thoughts. Everybody can go around.
A dad joke.
Yeah, wah, wah. All right, Melina, go final thoughts. I mean, you can go anywhere you want. Just be honest about Rice. Be honest about Pep's infatuation with Rice, please.
I want this Rice saga to come to an end so we can move on. I don't think he's going to be announced until July because it's a club record signing. They have to redo the home shirt. There's problems with the home shirt. We're a hot mess right now. Not even a hot mess. We're just a mess.
Why is there problems with the home shirt?
There was an error in the printing of the authentic home shirts. So they sent an email to everyone saying they're going to refund people who bought it. And so I don't think he's going to get announced until July.
Did they have a Droopy Cannon over or something?
Ha ha ha! So funny.
It's a beautiful shirt, by the way. I love that shirt.
Thank you, Alfred.
With the Droopy Cannon?
The last thing I want to say is it was a pleasure to be on the stream today. I think at one point there was nearly 50 people watching consistently, so thank you to everyone who tuned in. We appreciate you. Check out WorldWideChels Pod on Spotify and Apple Music, as well as check out the WorldWideChels merch. KJ didn't show up, but his artistic work is very talented. So
he's still a fraud. Fraud.
Normally Alfred or Jared wear the merch when they come on streams, but I don't think they got the memo today. So.
No, I was in front of a grill before I was actually barbecuing, summer in Texas.
Alfred, final thoughts?
It was a really great stream.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I iced the cheeks on your face. You were laughing too much. Everyone needs. I need to shit, man. Mine are sore as well. Everyone knows I had an awesome time. Oh my god, it's like that scene in Old School. He's like, "I'm having an awesome time." He's like, "Yeah, Frank. The whole town knows you had an awesome time." What final thoughts, Fredo? What do you got, buddy?
Yeah, man, the chemotherapy is almost complete. You know, the cancers are being removed from this club, and healthy and beautiful and kicking ass again next season. Fresh energy, fresh attitudes, new talent, new ambitions, and I'm just so happy. I'm genuinely so excited for next season. I know that I shouldn't be because we have looked like absolute shit, but we really, really need to make a statement, and I honestly feel like we're going to. So I can't wait.
Srinath, what do you think?
Well, I'm going to take a couple of minutes, so bear with me. First and
Uh-oh.
foremost, once the Lukaku saga gets over, I'm going to call this the best ever transfer window. Not because of the incomings, but because of the outgoings. This is the transfer window where Todd Boehly and his team, especially Better Call Paul, managed to do what Marina and Petter couldn't do, clear out all the deadwood in one swift move. And second of all, we have a manager in Pochettino who could take us to the next level, and the owners believe in him. That is the transition which we were looking for so long. So all the naysayers and all the haters, if you were, Mount fans or Lukaku fans, please join the club which they are joining. Please do so. And for all the other Chelsea fans, I gotta say that this is going to be the exciting season wherein we're going to actually see some foundation, which Reece James had quoted in his Instagram. If you are not the ones who are going to carry the brick along with, you're not the ones who could be, brothers in arms when you're building the foundation. So
You want to try that again? You want to try that again?
Yeah, I think we need to move forward. We need to
yeah, I couldn't get the
roll this
exact
wagon wheel
quote,
down the hill.
but I just got the gist of it. But that's the thing. And here's some foundation which we are building with Enzo, with Reece James, with Nkunku, all these young players who are going to lay the foundation. So I'm totally excited for this.
Jared?
Yeah, look, I think overall you can't really make any judgments till it's all complete. Till the window shuts. I think August 31st at midnight UK time is when that happens. Correct me if I'm wrong. It happens once in a while, but only once in a while. I just, at the end of the window, this is my mood. How you like me now? That's what I want our transfer window to be rated. How you like me now? That's all I got.
Bree, what do you got? Final thoughts?
Just to piggyback off of everybody here, it's a really exciting time. I think this upcoming season is going to be a little bit like the transfer ban, where it's not all highs. There's going to be plenty of lows. There's going to be a lot of struggle, but it's going to be a big learning season. And this squad it's going to be in a much healthier place as far as having a Mason Mount. I hate to say it, a Kovacic, players that have been here for years, that it was evident when they played Kai Havertz. Their heart wasn't in it anymore. They didn't want to be here. And now you've got players like Madueke, Nkunku, you've got Badiashile, you've got all these players who are so excited to be here. They couldn't wait to get here in January to kickstart this new project. But now we've got a manager who knows how to do this and is very capable of working under difficult circumstances. But now he's got an owner that's willing to back him tenfold what Levy ever would have done. These owners are serious, and if rival fans want to underestimate, that's on them.
Yeah.
But I think they're going to regret. They're really going to regret their position and doubting Chelsea so early.
Chelsea always end up laughing. It's as simple as that.
Oh, we always do. You're spot on. That's why I love Chelsea, because I'm petty.
Yeah, no one does the American economy like Chelsea. No one booms and busts harder than Chelsea. We're only so bad until we're really fucking good again. It's one of the things I love about the team, about the culture of the club itself. We're either really good or we're really bad, but either way, no one can stop talking about us.
Never a dull moment.
It's never a dull moment. It's like dating the hottest, craziest girl in the world. The sex is great, but the fights are awful. But then the awful fights lead to great sex. So it is a tremendous circular logic right there, my man.
End it like you began it. End it like you began it.
Yeah, 100%. But at the end of the day, the way I look at it is this. Pochettino is a serious person. You know, you got the Succession quote, I love you all, but you're not serious people. Well, Pochettino is a very serious person, and Breezy just alluded to it that he's never had a serious budget. He's never had a serious owner, never had a serious boss, a serious and committed ethos, situation, modus operandi, commitment to the future, a real commitment, not just a commitment with words, but a commitment with actions, a commitment with paper, a commitment with finances, something that is long-term and sustainable. And if you are not serious, if you are not a serious person, you will not be allowed to participate. I got guys like Madueke. I love any soundbite from Madueke. I love any soundbite from him. He's a young man. He speaks like a 30-year-old. He is a very savvy individual. He's also a very serious person. He's going to thrive under Pochettino because he's going to bust his ass. Mudryk's so serious, it's almost creepy. You know, he's like almost on like the fundamentalist end of insane, but he's sucking serious. And I know that, you know, Breezy thinks he's not very good at some things. I think he's good at a lot of things. It's just we never played him into space. He never really got balls into space, which is like the fundamental reason why you have a player like that. So you got to create scenarios and pattern plays where you get a player like that into space. Serious player. Enzo Fernandez, openly serious player. Reece James, okay, called out Mount mid-season. Not many people knew what he was talking about. We do now, don't we? Okay, if you're not going to carry the bricks with me, I don't want to build this house with you. Okay, go find another house. Go find another house made of stucco instead of brick. I'll build a brick house because we'll sustain the wind. We'll sustain the weather. We'll sustain the hurricanes. Okay, because that's what brick houses do. They're built like that because brick houses are made by serious people. And so if you're a serious player, if you're a serious person, you will be allowed to pass go. You will be allowed to play. Otherwise, you're gone. And you're gone swiftly and with haste. Because that's how we're operating right now. We are fucking moving warp speed with these sales. It's unbelievable how we're operating. But that's what happens when you build a foundation of relationships. People think this is all just about money. No, man. Business is about relationships. I do marketing deals for a living. Those deals, half of them are built on relationships. They're not just buying the product, they're buying the man. All right, so Bowley is really setting himself up. Pochettino is setting himself up. If you're a serious person, buy a ticket and take the ride. If you're not, you cannot ride this ride. You got to go. This has been The Barbecue, WorldWideChels, all that fucking bullshit. See ya.